Hey Glass Gang! Today we're taking a look at my solo EN06 3-star build guide. This is a full build breakdown that can solo the EN06 Guardian in the first stage using only 3-star non-raid specific gear and only one legendary perk card. In the first stage, this is also a high intelligence build, meaning you'll be ranking up faster this season, perfect for both beginners and late game players who want to get into raiding but don't have any 4-star gear or just want a low requirement build so that you can make it more personal and optimized for your personal playstyle, making it as simple as possible. Anything you add to the build from here will only be optimization and things that benefit your playstyle. This build has specific tactics that have to be used in order for the survivability to work correctly, and you need to do this or you're going to die. This is the solo run with the optional gear that I talk about, and I will be talking about tactics involved during the fight. The optional gear in question is this Furious Pepper Shaker. It has the Furious Crippling legendary mods. This is to take down the shield much faster. It's also equipped with shotgun shell or the standard ammunition type because from our testing, ballistic outperforms energy ammo in crippling the shield. After the shield goes down, I switch to my quad rapid +3 intelligence pepper shaker. This has the hex barrel, plasma magazine, and in the Pip-Boy it will say that fusion cells do more damage, but from our testing, plasma is outperforming fusion cell every time. For tip number 1, I'm going to tell you to stand close enough. Make sure that you're standing close enough so that you get the most out of your close range damage on this build. And just pay attention to where I stand. You don't want to stand where you're going to get zapped to death, like the floor, the open floor area, but you can stand on the little ramp. You can tell I'm using the Furious to start with here because I have 50 rounds in the magazine, which is what I'm gonna have at max capacity with Furious. Quad brings us to 200. How I'm taking down the shield is with the 15% chance to deflect for 6 seconds when firing a heavy gun. So we don't even need to be shooting at EN06 technically, but you might as well, he's right there in front of you. And with the act of shooting towards him, it's effectively going to deflect damage back to EN06. After the shield goes down, I swap to my quad pepper shaker and aim down sights. You want to just squeeze the trigger here and aim for the center, the torso of EN06. With this build, like I said, it's optional to use the Furious. I find it's just faster on average by like 15 seconds because it does cripple the shield faster with the extra crippling damage that it does. However, you're going to see in the next clip that you can just get away with just running the quad pepper shaker. But yeah, I wanted you to see that with it just having enough with the quad, sometimes you end up with a bad reading to reload at the last minute. You can still reload and get the kill. I just swapped to my other pepper shaker and finished the job that way. Now let's watch a solo run without the optional pepper shaker. This time we're only using the quad pepper shaker. You can tell I'm using the quad by the 200 round ammo capacity in my pepper shaker. Now we don't have Born Survivor or Medic Pump on the build, which means this build relies solely on manual stimming. That's why it's important for you to stim. You have to stop shooting and stim, or if you're in third person, you can shoot and stim at the same time. So it's up to you whichever way you play. I prefer playing in first person, but unfortunately you have to stop spooling your weapon to stim. Luckily, once the shield goes down, you don't get attacked that much afterwards, so you don't have to stim, but yeah, just keep that in mind. You have to use at least 2 or 3 super stims. You want to make sure you only have super stims on you. You can get away with spamming more regular stims, but you're going to go through a lot more of them, so keep that in mind. Once the shield goes down, it's business as usual. Target the torso. You'll do the most amount of damage hitting it there with this build. This one takes about 15 seconds longer without the Furious Crippling to take down the shield sooner, and it'll still get a single stage kill. It's very close though, same as the first one. You end up dying either way, but you always get the kill. Now we're going to go over the armor and the special perk loadout, followed by mutations and buffs. This is the armor set I'm using. It's a full set of Hellcat armor. For the armor set, I'm using a full set of Troubleshooter's Hellcat power armor. This has the Troubleshooter's +2 intelligence through Hiker's legendary mods. So with this, it gives us a reduction in damage that we take from robots, and EN06 is a robot, so it's a perfect set to use to farm EN06 with. The +2 intelligence is giving us more damage through the science perk card on the build. It's also giving us high intelligence to rank up faster. You do gain more XP the higher your intelligence. So this is a win-win. We're getting more damage and we're getting more XP. Also, by having the food drink and chem weight reduction, it opens up perk points on the build that we can use to further optimize the build instead of having the through hiker perk card and the pharmacy perk card under strength. So there's just pictures of all of the pieces of armor, each piece. I would recommend putting medic pump on chest if you haven't unlocked. This way you automatically stim at 50%, but I just left it open because you should just get used to stimming on your own as well and not rely on auto stimming perks. And this way you can just use a jetpack instead if you want. If you want to use it for anything outside the raids. These are the base points you'll need to invest in the build. I have 14 strength, 5 perception, 5 endurance, 3 charisma, 10 intelligence, 12 agility, and 7 luck. These are the special perk cards. I have Bringing the Big Guns, Shotgun Champ, Easy Target, Bullet Storm, and Lock and Load. Why we have the Hex Barrel on the Pepper Shaker is because of Bullet Storm. You're gonna gain faster damage sooner with the Hex Barrel because it counts per projectile your weapon fires, and we're firing 8 pellets per shot with the Hex Barrel. Lock and Load is very important so that you don't lose all your damage when you reload. You get to keep half your Bullet Storm stacks when you reload. Tank Killer, another super important card. Your ranged weapons ignore 40% armor. This used to exclusively work for stuff like Fixers and Elder's Marks and Railways, but it now applies to heavy guns and all ranged weapons. Sender Masochist, 75% damage when attacking the torso. That's why I tell you to focus your fire on the torso of EN06. Bullet Shield, another important card we discussed when I was fighting EN06. This gives you gain 15% deflect chance for 6 seconds when firing a heavy gun. Adamantium Skeleton, gain limb damage reduction based on your endurance. Starch Genes, you will never mutate from rads, and Radaway will never cure mutations. Under Charisma, we have Strange in Numbers. This is why you see me on a team down here. You can join a team and then go into the raid solo. It gives you the option at the door to enter solo. Or you can enter the raid and then join a team when you're already inside the raid, if that's easier for you. Strange in Numbers is going to give you positive mutation effects are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. Just join a team with at least a few players. This will guarantee someone is mutated on the team. Tenderizer. Each attack makes your target take increased damage. First Aid. Stim packs restore more HP based on your intelligence, and we have high intelligence here. Power User. Fusion core duration is now doubled. Stabilized. Big guns gain 30% accuracy, double in power armor. This helps tighten the spread on the Pepper Shaker and keep it firing a nice cone of fire. That's easy to land shots. Science, increased damage based on your intelligence. This is what I was mentioning earlier. The higher your intelligence, the higher your damage. Up to plus 40% more damage. Batteries included. In Gunslinger, in Agility we have Gunslinger. Your ranged weapons do 12% weak spot damage. Gunslinger Expert, plus 1% ranged weak spot damage per onslaught stack, plus 3 max stacks. Guerrilla, you do 20% range damage to close enemies. Guerrilla Master, you do 5% range damage to close enemies per onslaught stack, plus 5 max stacks. This is why I mean to stand close. Make sure that you're standing close to EN06. Pack in Light, your action points regenerate faster when not over-encumbered. Under Luck, we have One Gun Army, super important for crippling the shield. Heavy guns gain 12% stagger chance and 75% limb damage. The shield does count as a limb here. Ricochet, also very important for the shield. Gain a chance to deflect ranged attacks based on your luck. Class Freak, the negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. Now the only legendary perk that I have on this build is taking one for the team, as it's very important to add that bonus and get the most out of being on a team. With this perk you get 40% more damage when they attack you, when enemies attack you if you're on a team. This is just a straight 40% more damage bonus. Every other perk slot is open for you to optimize to your liking, according to your personal taste and playstyle. So enjoy, you'll be able to put a lot into this build. This is really the bare bones to run a pepper shaker or any heavy energy weapon in general. For mutations, I have Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, and Speed Demon Serum. For buffs, I'm just using Berry Mentats. This brings up our intelligence even higher to that plus 33, and with being on a build with teammates that are mutated and having the quad pepper shaker equipped, and also having the food buff. The only food buff that I'm going to mention is Brain Fungus Soup. This grows inside of the raids, and when you're on a team with teammates that are mutated and you have the herbivore mutation, eating this will actually give you plus 5 intelligence. It does say plus 2 on the card that I have, but with being on a team, like I said, with mutated members and having this build, it'll show 5 intelligence. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I upload weekly and live stream weekly. I'm Miss Glass. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG!